Hello, welcome back to my channel again. I'm Mapile Chabalala from Free Spirit Investments. So today I just thought, let me share the lessons I've learned so far running my business. My business is small, guys. It's still a baby. I'm talking about, operationally, so the planning has taken quite a bit. But I just thought I'll share some lessons that I've learned, and if you can relate, good for you. If you're willing to engage and share your own lessons with everybody else who can see them or read them on this channel, good for you and good for them. Let's share, guys, because the challenge of a small business never ends, right? But then the rewards also, guys, and the contentment is like so sweet, because sometimes you ask yourself, why the hell am I doing this? Why did I start? The can't fears and take over sometimes, but you wake up and feeling, you know what, I love what I'm doing and I couldn't be doing anything else. So don't be surprised if I kind of look down. I did make a note so that I don't shortchange you in terms of some of the lessons I've learned for the past few months. Number one, give yourself grace, guys. It's difficult. We know running a small business, especially if you're the only person, because you become like the accountant, the administrator, the salesperson, the creative design behind your posts, and literally the list is countless. And remember, you have not really shared your role if you're a wife and a mother, a sister, a daughter, a friend. Those roles have not gone away. So which means it piles up, and sometimes it can be so exhausting. So give yourself grace, understand why you're doing this in the first place, keep going, find other ways to de-stress, whatever that means to you, because you de-stress in different ways. Just exercise gratitude and be grateful for all the good things that surround you. Don't focus too much on all the bad things. So for me, that's the important lesson. Give yourself grace, guys. Nothing is perfect. We're all going through this. Lesson number 2, understanding your shortcomings and finding a way to manage them. In most cases, we know where our gaps are. It's really just a matter of how do we maneuver through them? How do we upskill ourselves and empower them and strive to make them less of a nuisance or a distraction in our lives, both personally and in business. So understanding those can really be, a good thing to start with. Personally, social media. Guys, yeah. I don't know much about social media. So yeah, I fiddle with my phone, I fiddle with Canva, I fiddle with whatever platform, whatever app that I can find and use to my benefit. But it takes a lot of time, because you end up really feeling like, oh, does it look good? Will this sell? You ask yourself so many questions, but you're so exhausted, because something that will take a creative person like 10 minutes to create, it can take you an entire hour of redo, delete, and all that. But just tell yourself, you are learning, you are new at this. None of us were born with all the skills that we have. So we all had to acquire and learn, some in a shorter period, others in a longer period, depending on where your strengths are. So I've told myself, look, I'm going to have to learn, and I've even engaged someone to help me understand, because I'll be honest with you guys, for me, it was like understanding, okay, WhatsApp status, which I never really did. And I'm like, why the hell is it 30 seconds? And then they tell me, no, you can stack it up. I'm like, how do I stack it up? So I've had to go to, the younger family members and get somebody who understands it, just to learn and understand, these stories, these reels, and, all sorts of terminology that if you're not big on social media, you appear so doff. But hey, you get there. So I'm slowly getting there. So for me, that was the biggest shortcoming as a small business owner, especially because my business is more about telling stories, talking, and so that people understand what my business is all about. So social media is very important for me. So it's a journey. It's a journey. Hey, I'm learning. But understand that whatever your shortcoming is, it's all about making sure that you manage it, you upskill yourself, and then you'll be good to go. Third one, not everything is about money. And I know that sounds crazy, especially when you're a small business and you're trying to get multiple income streams. More especially when you are doing just this, you don't have a full-time job like others who might be doing it as a side hustle. So you worry about money. That's the reality, because the bills keep coming. They're not going away. Especially when you are not, you know, the only person you have to worry about when you've got kids, you've got school and all that. That's a reality. But sometimes it's really about building the relationships and understanding the possible value that can come with that relationship. And I'm not talking in a selfish way of using people, but really understanding, why am I building this relationship with this person? Where am I going? Is it strategic? Is it really just a friendship because I just click with this person? Because sometimes just that click could just be God getting the two of you together, because there's something coming where that person might come in handy, or their skills or their contacts. So sometimes it's really just about building relationships, understanding what people really need out there, and going out there and getting yourself out there really, and allow yourself to be vulnerable sometimes. Lesson number 4, talk about your vision, talk about your business, right? Not that it must always be about you, the me syndrome, but sometimes, especially when you're in the services industry, it's not as easy as, hey, I'm selling pumpkin, and people can see, oh, it looks nice and healthy and fresh. When you're in services, sometimes it can be very difficult, to just put it out there. So the more you talk about it, the more you talk about your vision and what is it that you really want to achieve, that's when people start getting you, start understanding where you want to go. They can actually start seeing opportunities for you where you might not. So don't be shy to talk about your vision or your business, and stop worrying too much about somebody might just steal my, my vision. It's your vision. Only you can put it together the way you best know how. Yes, if you're talking formulas and all that, where people can really like destroy you, of course, you need to be careful. But just telling about people about what is it that you want to achieve, it can open doors for you. Lesson number 5, take it one step at a time. It's difficult. You will have the days where you feel like giving up. You will have the days where you feel like, is it all worth it? It's normal, guys. It's normal. You will have days that feel so dark. You're not quite sure, and you start thinking, is this all worth it? Why am I doing it? We're all going through it. Because sometimes you're not even sure what is it that you're feeling. You just feel like, you're exhausted. It's just normal. Take it one day at a time, re-energize, depending on your character. For me, what could be depressing sometimes, because, I get a lot of energy from being around people. So now running a small business, and I'm on my own most of the time, there are days where it feels like I'm so tired of seeing the same walls and the same people in the house. Yes, I love them, but sometimes I just get tired, and I just get excited to just go buy something or go to the car wash, because then I get to see people, get that cup of coffee. It feels like an outing. So find ways to re-energize. Don't take it for granted that, your energy might be coming from external things or outdoors. So use that opportunity to go out there and make sure that you re-energize. That's all from me right now. I just thought I'll share these lessons as part of my journey so far. And I'm not giving up, no, not anytime soon, because I really feel like I'm doing what I'm meant to do. As challenging as it is, I'll keep doing it. So until next time, I'll bring you a different topic. Like, share, subscribe, and keep in touch, engage, and contact me if you need to. Really, I'll appreciate that, and have a lovely day.